episode of LeapTV is made possible by our friends at Opus Salon for stylish, practical, and trendy hair. Coming up on LeapTV, we're going to talk about sitting where the sun don't shine, the importance of test driving your employees, and this week's performance tip, the power of handwritten cards. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and this is the show that shows you that small, intentional, and consistent actions lead to massive results. Sit where the sun don't shine. What do I mean by that? Well, my coach calls it sitting in your poo-poo. And you know what? The first time she said that, I just cracked up, but it truly is true. We're really good at celebrating and, being with success. But how comfortable are we at being with failure and disappointment and when things go sideways? Recently, I've had a lot of thinking to do, and I've actually sat in my poo-poo quite a bit. And the important thing about not escaping, what we tend to do is we tend to go to movies and, fill our lives with a lot of noise and action when we're not doing well because we want to escape this. Well, I've been totally forced lately to really sit in that poo-poo. And the reason that what happens when you do sit in your poo-poo is that it actually gives you a chance to ponder what's going well, what's not going well, what do I need to learn from what the universe is throwing at me right now. So I would like for you guys to take a minute to ponder, what are you tolerating? Because when we sit in the poo-poo, that's when we realize that there's a lot of things in our lives or in our businesses that we've been tolerating, and this I know for sure. What you tolerate, you worry about. So if you find yourself worrying about something, instead of escaping it, sit in it and ponder it and change it because you're obviously tolerating something. So just learn to sit in the poo-poo and actually see what comes out of that. So what I would love for you to take away from this is everything is a big old experiment. Everything in your life, everything in business. If you live and operate your business from the standpoint that everything is an experiment, winning doesn't become everything and losing doesn't become so devastating. So here's your leap of the week. I want you to win like you're used to it, and I want you to lose like you enjoy it. Leapers, here is what I want to know. What is your poo-poo? I want to know what you've been putting up with for way too long. Simply add your comment below the video at leaptv.com. It's a great way to add traffic to your website and also from learning from each other. So take advantage of it. Now, before we move on with the show, I would like to take a few minutes to talk a little bit more about our friends and exclusive sponsor, Opus Salon. Opus is LeapTV's exclusive hair sponsor. At Opus Salon, consultation is their #1 priority to help clients find their best style for them and the easiest way to maintain it at home. They are consistently upgrading their skills to keep up with the ever-changing fashion world and always striving to achieve the best customer service. Head on over to opussalon.com for more information. This week's question is from John Rivers from Montreal, Quebec. John writes, Isabelle, thanks for a very valuable show. We always look forward to LeapTV Thursdays as we watch and discuss each episode together as a team. I recently made a few bad hiring choices despite great resumes and outstanding interviews. How can I make my next hire a better one? John, thank you so much for, first of all, watching the show with your team. That is actually music to my ears. Now, here's the thing. We've all made bad hires, despite great resumes and great interviews. And here's why. Because people in an interview, we're not ourselves in an interview. And a resume really can actually say just about anything. The key is to test drive your employees. Because what you want is you want to know what they can do now, not what they said they did in the past. So that's the whole difference, because we can all, embellish everything we've done in the past. So the key is to create fake projects or create little tests, because you want to actually see them in action today. You want to see how they think, how they react, what questions they ask, because when you see them in action, you can actually see if there's a light bulb in there, first of all, and with the questions that employees ask, you can actually know how they're going to be in working with. Are they curious? Are they detailed enough? Are they whatever you're needing? So you'll be able to see that in action a lot faster. GM actually created a whole fake assembly line, and before hiring their employees, they always had them work for about 90 minutes, and they visualized and they saw them work at that assembly line, and they could pinpoint right away what was going to work, what was going to be in line with what they needed, and who was going to make the cut and who wasn't going to make the cut. So John, the key here is it's important for you to see your future hires in action now. So test drive them. Actions don't lie, resumes do. So Leapers, John and I would love to know, what exercises have you done, or what is your hiring process that have helped you with hiring better employees? Just add your comment below this video at leaptv.com. Do you have a burning question about branding, marketing, or anything about business for that matter? Now is your chance to get some free, innovative advice. All you got to do is click on the Ask Isabel button at leaptv.com. In return for asking a question, John, you win a 2-month free subscription to myleaptools.com. What's MyLeapTools? It's a vital business resource for all of you small business owners out there wanting to save time and save money. Think of it as your very own performance resource center with a constantly growing collection of tips, tools, templates, and must-know winning strategies to help entrepreneurs like you perform like never before. This week's performance tip is about sending a handwritten card. The power of that. Whatever happened to taking 2 minutes to jot down a thank you, a congratulations, I'm so sorry that you're going through a shit time. We used to do this all the time, and nowadays with emails and inundation of information, we've kind of lost touch with that. Well, I challenge you to write a handwritten card every week. Ideally, it'd be every day, but every week will do the trick. You will be amazed as to, it doesn't really take much, first of all, to make someone's day. Just a simple thank you sometimes. And the fact that it's handwritten really goes a long way. Never underestimate the power that fits within a number 10 envelope. Well, that's it for this week's show. Remember, everything you've learned here today will do zippo for you, unless, of course, you implement it. So I challenge you to take action on one thing you've learned today. And remember, it is much easier to do it than to dwell on it. Don't forget to comment and share your ideas and opinions about this week's show, because we want to hear them. Never want to miss an episode? Very simple. All you got to do is subscribe at leaptv.com today. It's free, and best of all, it's hassle-free, with our promise to you of only one single notification per week. And for signing up today, you will be granted instant access to my Branding from the Inside Out webinar recording, which will show you how to become extraordinary to avoid elimination. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and you can connect with me via LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Join me again next week for other valuable branding lessons and must-know winning strategies to help you perform like never before. See you next week. Things that you're tolerating are the things that you're worried about most of the time. Okay. Secret. We're gonna whisper the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you this 3.
For practical, trendy, and stylish hair, it's not difficult. It's me. Okay. This week's performance tip. No, I'm going to start that again. This week. Okay.